to Friday Night Lights on Fox 12 Oregon, presented by Pacific Office Automation.
Well, we are in a perfect pocket of northwest weather right now. 70s, light breeze for kickoff under the setting sun. In week 4 of Friday Night Lights, let's chat in late November. Week 4 begins, though, with a battle for Northeast Portland. Grant and Jefferson. The Demo snapped a 7-year skid in the PIL rivalry last year, keeping the Generals from the outright league crown. The Demos won 9-2 a week ago at Roosevelt. This another low-scoring affair. Sophomore Thomas Browning earning a star with this pick on defense for head coach Alex Milson. That made a scoreless first half, soon no longer scoreless. The senior, Kachim Sorrell, picks up the first 6 of the night. 7-yard score, 7-0 Grant at half. The scoreboard would see 9 again soon before the night was over. Grant smothers for the end zone sack, a safety dance. Generals added on here. Kellen Siegel, Lon Clark, 18-yard drop in the proverbial bucket. 15-0 Grant. And for the 8th time in 9 years, the Generals hold neighborhood bragging rights for another season.
It was a good game, big rivalry. We lost last year. We had to come back, a lot of intensity. Had to use the anger on the field. Instead of talking, we use our pads.
Oh, yeah! Think they like it. Week 5 will see Jeff at Cleveland as Grant gets Lincoln at Marshall campus. The Mountain Conference knows what's good. Sam Barlow at Clackamas High. The Bruins won the rivalry game with Gresham last week. The Cavs notched that shutout at David Douglas. Now, fielding a punt is always easier said than it looks. Muffs do happen. So do recoveries. The Cavs' Aiden Pressel comes up with the fumble and takes over on the Barlow 38. That led to the lone first half score. Rylan Rabang breaks through with a bang. 7-0 Clack attack at the half. Fourth quarter, first play of the final frame, in fact. Barlow draws even. Hunter McDonald, 7-7, drama builds. You know that Blake Baker, the touchdown maker. Cooper Belt cinches it up, 11 yards and in, 14-7 Clackamas. But Tracy Jackson's men of the Barlow trail took the path right back into the lead. To tie, Jet Fay should say, gets away and in. It's 14-14. Final ticks. Clackamas lines up for the game-winning field goal, but not to be denied by the Bruins. We're going to overtime. Barlow, ball first. Old McDonald, done it again. The toughest of yards, 21-14 for the kids from Gresham. Clack now on 4th down in OT. Must score to extend the game. But Caleb Perry, the hero of the night, in the end zone to seal it up. What a night for those kids from East County. 21-14 Barlow on tap for them now. Next week will be a run to DDHS as Clackamas visits their buddies from Nelson in Happy Valley. Non-league life in Tualatin. Westview and the Timberwolves meeting for the 4th time in 5 years. First quarter, we got a Westview drive for a while, deep in Tualatin territory. Not a great snap. Bowden Griffith would take the gift. They'd soon capitalize before my guy Kevin Lund could run 100 yards down the field and film the touchdown. It would be 7-0. Later first, Jack Wagner sacked here by Campbell Sager. On that sack, the ball does come loose, and the Wildcats do recover as Jacob Munley. That turnover would also lead to points. This time, Kevin got it. The best back in the state, arguably. Jordan Fisher evens the tally at 7-7. Second quarter, how about a nice big fat run? Luke Ash knows how to do that. Nothing but cash. This is a field-flipping play for the T-Wolves. And for this kind of work, you got to be rewarded on the other side of things, too. Ash on the goal line, rides behind the Nasties up front. TD and tack on 2. 22-7, 12-10 at half. They're now 4-0. 36-15 win. The Big 3 Rivers League opener at Lake Ridge will now be on Thursday. Westview gets back home with unbeaten Mountainside. And what's unique this year is 2 6A brackets, the 16-team OSAA championship, and then 17 through 32 for the Columbia Cup. Rattle the cage here tonight with the Tigers. Liberty Tigered. The green and black on the attack to the tune of a 26-7 third quarter lead. Jake Feist felt like getting in the mix too. Feisty to get on in. A 15-yard score. Fourth quarter, some fresh Tigered air right towards my guy Kevin Lund. He ain't moving this time. Brady Jordan, Nate Duenas saved the pieces, baby. 40-7 as the clock ran dry. TRL play opens up for the Tigers in Oregon City. The Falcons back home in league play with Glencoe in the Pacific Conference. Westland tonight also hammers Lake Stevens from Washington, 45-6. Cue up that big game. And we're live from Camby for our big game. 4th-ranked Camby Cougars and number 6 Bend in 5A. Fox 12's Chandler Watkins watched it all in Cougar Country with the Lava Bears. Chandler did what they do, overwhelm any and all comers.
That's right. Both teams came into this matchup undefeated, but last week Camby played a very physical game and a lot of key players were out this week with injuries, and it showed. Meanwhile, Ben showed up and took care of business. It was a big 5A matchup tonight in Camby. The Cougars were taking on the Bend Lava Bears. A big crowd came out tonight. Check out this student section. The Lava Bears made quick work. Running back Malachi Nutter makes a 5-yard touchdown on the Lava Bears' opening drive. Ball is now back with the Cougars, but QB Parker Ackerman is sacked. The ball is rolling, only to be recovered by Ben's Caden Isola. But not so fast. Interception by Cougars' Cohen Hall. The crowd goes wild. Into the second quarter, Austin Baker runs 14 yards into the end zone for the Lava Bears. The score now 14-0. Bend running back Jack Sorensen scores from 11 yards out to put 6 more on the board. Kick is good. Bend is now up 21-0 going into halftime. Third quarter, and Malachi Nutter scores his second touchdown of the night. Camby fumbles on its first play in the half. Bend capitalizing on that moment. And Jack Sorensen makes his second touchdown of the night on a 12-yard pass from QB Lowen Malinowski. In score, 35 Bend, Camby 0.
We were going to come out and punch them in the face. We were going to play our type of football, which is hit them in the mouth and play as hard as we can. We were just out here to prove something, prove that we deserve to be here. Lava Bears on top, though. Lava Bears on top.
Fight, fellows, fight, fight, fight to win this game. Win!
Next week, Camby heads to Southridge for their league opener, and Bend faces off against Redmond. In Camby, Chandler Watkins, Friday Night Lights.
5A Mid-Willamette matchup on the marquee. Finally a home opener for the reigning state champs from Silverton. 3-0 South Albany invading McGinnis Field. Boy, Sawyer Teeney is from a family with deep roots in Silverton, stretching across with a 9-yard opening score. Whole tree shout with glee. South can play that game too. The ensuing kickoff, Deshaun Gilliam takes it all the way his way for the Red Hawks. Number 12, volume up. See you later. Evens it up at 7. The Rebels would soon grab the lead before Teeney took it back to the air to Elijah Howard, a 20-yarder. Tight all night. Silverton remains unbeaten, 39-35. Foxes now play on Thursday, home with Corvallis. The Redhawks back home with Lebanon. Matchup of the night in the capital city for 6A Special District 1. 3-0 South Salem, 3-0 South Medford, both posting about 40 points per game. Dashiell Smith of the Saxons, one of the best slingers around. The senior here to Zach Wustig for the first down. Then Smith, the go-ahead touchdown keep early in the second. 28-27, Saxons in front. From there, though, all South Medford. Deacon Edgar was on one tonight. Butter, roll. Edgar ran for a pair of second-half scores, threw for another. 48-35 in favor of the visiting Panthers. The Saxons now bust up and over to West Salem, on Friday. And no matter the day or the hour, it's hard to top the enthusiasm of an impromptu pep rally. Fox 12's Iowa Elise was up and at 'em with the Heritage Timberwolves.
We are here at Heritage High School in Vancouver getting ready for their homecoming game against the Battleground Tigers tonight. As you can see, we have a full house here today. So many clubs, so many teams showed up to make sure that they are ready for tonight's game. That's right. Now the guys that are going to be on the field today are the football team. So go ahead and tell me, what are you excited about most? Tell me your name first and what you're excited about.
My name is Jose Ventura, number 53. The most I'm excited about is to be out here with my boys out here. We're going to dominate today. We're on a Tiger Hunt today!
I love that energy. And while we got that Tiger Hunt going, why don't we play us out, band?
Early to rise, early to play. Friday night daylights from McKenzie. Homecoming, 3A Heritage, 4A Battleground. First quarter, first touchdown, a running play. Angel Lopez. The hole opens up wide for the 6-yard game opening score. Orange helmets up front. The Tigers went on to score on every first half possession. Cameron Spencer, Lopez, Angel wings, 16 yards and in. Spencer then moving out of the pocket, puts it to Artem Benyuk. Downfield block 2, AB TD. Big one, 77 yards. The Tiger tail of the tape. Second quarter, Spencer once more, this time with time. Patience, a virtue, especially at quarterback. Reed Davis clocks in, 30-yard reception, 28-0 Tigers. Lopez then with the first half touchdown hat trick, getting around the edge and in. 35-0 for the sophomore, and a sophomore-laden pack of T-Wolves from Heritage. A running clock in the second. 71 points were scored, all by Battleground, as the Tigers had their second victory after snapping that 18-game losing streak earlier in the month. The nightcap from MAC, the youth of today and tomorrow. What used to be the norm, a rarity now. Union Prairie playing for the first time in 13 years. Falcons 3-0, the second time since 1985. Can't recall the last time the Titans were ever 0-3, but here they were. But they were dialed in, up 23-6 at the half. UHS, Cody Zener around the end, eventually out at the 2 for a 23-yard gain. Next snap, the quarterback at the controls. Tyson Furr dials his own number, 30-6 Union. Later third, Falcons on the ball. Quick snap fails. Braden Slamp collects and scrambles on the run. My goodness, Taylor Cabral would go with him, snagging success from the 14 for about a 22-yard gain. A wild sequence there by Mr. Slamp. Same drive, they're on the 1. Slamp gonna back up again, this one to the other Braden with a Y. Trowski. This is only a 1-yard touchdown. Slamp was back about the 20. 30-12. Fourth quarter now, the guy they call Moose for the U, Clayton Moss. 40-20 Union. They're now off to Coeur d'Alene. Prairie has a big one up in Kelso. Pump it up at Neon Night in Camas, just with the doctored order to Doc Harris Stadium. Another 4A, 3A competition, Greater St. Helens League, Kelso Camas. The Papermakers have Taylor Yanni. Breathes deep, goes long to the junior standout. Trenton Swanson, spread those wings and soar, baby. 51 yards for Camas. Soon 10-0, more Maker magic. Yanni to that Blair family bloodline. Zach Blair's bros played at Oregon State. Tough kid to catch that one out at the 1. 3 plays later, third down, still on the 1. Reed Tennant counts across the plane. 17-0 to close the quarter. Second quarter, Camas has bright reds at the Kelso 35-yard line. This ball goes to the Highlanders, though. Ethan Mitchell looks at the open turn and up in field and up in front of him. What? 72 yards. Kelso on the board with a pick 6. What taketh giveth. Tennant then off the wall and into the end zone. An 11-yard score. 45-21 for the C's in red. The future and the present and the past as well. Week 5, we'll see Kelso host Prairie. The Papermakers heading out to Kamiak. Feeling good on a Friday at Kiggins Bowl. 2-1 Skyview hosting last year's prelim playoff round matchup at Kamiak. Storm brewing and more doing. Up 14-0. Storm defense strips and recovers. Later in that possession, a quarterback keep by Jack Kennedy. Look out for the electrical box here. Charge it up. Kennedy, look out! Kamiak got the full Skyview salute, 48-29. Storm now get Camas for league play in 2 weeks. And we celebrated that fall equinox a night prior with a 4-game slate on Thursday night lights. And for the first time in their short history, the Mountainside Mavericks 4-0, taming the previously unbeaten Newburgh Tigers 49-28 after ponying up with 21 unanswered points going into and coming out of halftime. John Mannon's boys will shoot now for 5 in a row next week in Rock Creek to begin Metro League play at Westview. Newburgh heads to Highway 99, that rivalry with McMinnville in Pacific Conference competition. We shall be in both locations. Thursday also saw a top 10 non-league showdown. Jesuit, Sherwood, Satyr Nation spoiled homecoming for the Bowmen in a big way. Noah Staley got it all started behind that franchise. Jesuit's big blocking boys up front. 41-yard scoot and score. A 42-point shutout with a running clock. On the ground, in the air, Jacob Hutchinson also collecting here with Jace Burton. Aloha now awaits JSS at home. Sherwood will next roll to Century at Hillsborough Stadium. And plenty of good dishes are served around the high school stadiums we go to. Nothing better than a corn dog at Sunset High. The golden goodness last night for the parent volunteers benefiting the Apollo's class of 2023 grad party. Lake Ridge star tight end Joey Olson will one day party at USC. The Pacer Jr. committed to Lincoln Riley and the Trojans earlier in the week. 42-14, Lake Ridge now opens up Three Rivers League play with Tualatin. That'll be our big game next Thursday. Sunset home with Beaverton on Friday. Historic Kiggins in Vancouver got its first offseason facelift in some 70 years. New bench seating, new roof, field house, that community field in Vancouver. 2A Greater St. Helens League play of the night, Ridgefield, Hudson's Bay, Wyatt Bartroff, the linesman dream. A field goal block, scoop, and score for the Sputter Senior to go 86 yards down the field. 53-27, Ridgefield will now both get to play games on Friday next week. Spuds host Washougal. Bay will play at Mark Morris. As you can see, not only are we here 10:30 on Fridays, also 10:30 on Thursdays every single week this fall on Fox 12. And if you ever miss this show or that show, you got no fear. Fox 12's YouTube channel is here for you. You like, you subscribe, and do what you want to do when you want to. We'll count down the best of what our Fox 12 cameras caught from the past 2 nights during Sunday's 10 o'clock news with these 6 picks plays of the week. Still to come get your kicks. Soccer by day, football by night, sometimes the vice versa of that one. It's Glencoe's Phoebe Retzlaff, always is game for more. Plus, what a year it's been for Camby's Parker Ackerman. 3 surgeries and the thought of a leg amputation. The Cougar carrying it all out on the field while wearing a rather prideful number for the Cougs.
You're watching Friday Night Lights on Fox 12 Oregon, presented by Pacific Office Automation.